When we first got married, I mean, money was very small. I mean, there was no way. I mean, because we both were in college, so you know you can't work full-time hours because you gotta have enough time to be able to go to school. So I mean, just seeing God move, you know, for Andrew, like how he got his job at Strombeck, not even really needing to put in an application, just through word of mouth.
If I'm gonna be doing something with my finances to further the kingdom, then whatever I need for me personally, you know, that's up to God to provide.
Staying at home actually really molded me into a better person spiritually. Like, because I wasn't the one bringing in extra money, I had no choice but to say, God, please make this happen. When I come to him on the yearly saying, okay, it's time to ask for a raise, I am depending on God. I got pregnant when I was 16 and I had to do everything on my own. I had to take her to daycare. I had to go to school. I mean, I didn't have much of that time to spend with her. Now I just try to use this opportunity to bless others. Even though we had to move, even though we had a baby on the way, it was easy for us to still want to move forward with the Go Big campaign because of everything that we've seen the church do. We've been blessed so much through that. Like finding a house, I mean, the houses that wasn't for us, like God quickly closed the door. But the minute we found a house that was for us, there was no work involved in it. That's just a blessing because we decided to give and put God first. I mean, in many ways. I mean, we've definitely grown because it wasn't always easy to do, at least on my part. But I mean, just seeing God move when you decide to trust him, you know, even when there's other obstacles in the way, God still made a way and he hasn't forgotten about us.
Strombeck's had us over for Thanksgiving, you know, what was that, 20 days after Jace was born. We weren't super close to them at that point then, but like for them to just, you know, invite us to be a part of their family was like, you know, I can do this too, right? That's what I did. I told Joanne, I was like, hey, I think this is something I want to do. And she's like, I bet. She's like, all right, I'll get the word out. And she just basically told people, hey, I'm having people over for Christmas. If you don't have anywhere to go, you know, you're welcome to come to our house. And the response and the turnout was unbelievable. I was expecting, you know, maybe 4 people to show up, you know, and she tells me, no, we got like 30. I'm like, okay. And the day of, like, more people show up. Like we ended up having more people than we had table space for them.
There was a couple, they said, we literally was talking to each other saying, are we going to Burger King or McDonald's? There was one couple who was saying their family of 9, who from 9 years ago, they stopped going to holidays with them. Some people literally didn't have anywhere to go, or someone who is in a hotel because COVID hit them hard. There's no cooking space for them in the hotel. Some people literally, you know, was not gonna have a Christmas meal. And even for us, I mean, I didn't realize, I was just doing it because he mentioned it to me and I was like having fun with like planning, but I did not realize how many people would have been touched by us just making the act of just inviting people over. You know, we had it in our backyard and everyone was just so happy. I got lots of toys donated. I gave the kids toys, and these kids weren't even gonna have any toys. You know, so just being able to bless them was very amazing. And to hear the stories, it then reminds us, wow, we really are blessed. Even sometimes we don't even realize it.
But also, like, with everything that's gone on through the years, like, no, we've had tons of opportunities to go big in our faith. Like, you know, who invites 40 strangers to their home in the middle of a global pandemic? There's a little bit of concern and fear, is like, you know, is this smart? Is this safe? And that washed away real quick. And it's like, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, if I'm doing this because I feel like God told me to, then I shouldn't have any concerns. Whatever problems I have are my problems, they're his problems. Going big in your faith and like doing things that seem counterintuitive to reason, you know, it's like, that's not a thing to do, right? Like, you're exposing your family to COVID and whatnot, but it's like, yeah, but you know, Jesus rose from the dead, so I've seen him believe crazier things.
So get uncomfortable for a little bit because it's worth it.